Hello, ladies. Okay, so we are having a lot of technical difficulties. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and figure out how I can post this YouTube link in our Facebook group so that we can watch. Okay, so give me just a second here. I've been having a lot of trouble with this program lately, and I don't know why. So watch live here now. We're going to try that. Okay. I don't know what the problem is, but we definitely have a problem. Okay. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. So let's see. Post. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm posting this in our group that you can go live by watching. Yep. By watching. You're basically going to be watching on YouTube. Okay. All right. Is that going to work? Yes, that's going to work. All right. So you can, when you click on that link, you're basically going to be watching our meeting on YouTube rather than on Facebook, but this is where the link is. And so if you are on, please post in the chat so that I know that you're on, so that I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. And I forgot earrings. So, but this suit kind of makes up for it, don't you think? It's got a lot. It's got a lot on there. Look at all those bees. I know. Don't they look so cute the way they're flying? Okay. I'm just kind of killing time while I'm waiting for people to get on. So that is perfect. Hopefully this is going to work. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm checking in on my phone. All right. So first of all, hello. Thank you for getting on tonight. Thank you for making the time. I'm so sorry I had Gail Schott came by and she picked up her year-end prizes, and I wasn't expecting her. And then we had some technical difficulties, so I wasn't expecting that. But here we are, all good. Everything's planned out. We're going to go. It's going to roll. It's going to be great. So I wanted to, first of all, let's get started with prayer, because that's what we want to always do, just like our founder did. And so I'm going to ask you to please bow your heads. Dear Heavenly Father, we know this is a busy time. And you know that it's a busy time watching your children run around, finishing up the summer and the vacations and getting our kids back to school and teachers getting their classrooms ready. And even if we don't have kids in school, Lord, this is the time of the year where we get pretty crazy. So, Lord, I just ask you to bless the women that are watching, whether they're watching the replay or whether they're watching the live. Bless them, Lord, with some calmness. Help them to just settle their spirit. Thank you so much for them making the time to learn more about their business and how they can grow and how they can reach out to other people, and help them to just take the time to just really hear your voice tonight as we talk about different ways that they can build their business and reach out to people, because we know that you love to bless women through this vehicle of Mary Kay. Thank you so much, Lord, for all that you've done for us. And in your name we pray, Jesus, and we ask your time tonight. Amen. Wow, stumbling a little bit there, huh? Okay. All right, because I was getting nervous, because I'm already nervous because of the thing not working. But the thing about it is, and if you can post here in the chat, you click the YouTube link, and if you post in the chat, I'll be able to see your post. But the thing about it is that I'm going to tell you a little story. I wasn't planning on telling this early in the meeting, but last Wednesday, I was super excited because I had 3 parties booked. I had a kickoff for Tracy. I had, and then 2 of my own parties booked. And so I was pretty pumped, obviously, and I thought I'd set everything up and everything was going to go well. And it did, until my computer froze. And, I could have had a total meltdown, which of course I did. But what I decided to do was just go ahead and get back on and keep going, because I had too many people watching. And it was interesting to me because a lot of the people that were watching thought it was their internet, not my internet. And a lot of people really gave me a lot of grace on that. And I was obviously so grateful that they did give me that grace on that. But at the same time, it really taught me something. And what it taught me was that people are actually very forgiving. And because this technology thing can always go left, and that if you just keep going, people really respect you for keeping going. So I just wanted to give you that little lesson that I learned. Okay, now what I'm going to try to do here is I am going to try to share my screen, and I'm going to go through our meeting slides that I prepared for you. Okay. So, and I haven't done this before, so this is going to be different. Here we go. Okay. So this is our theme for the year, Brinkley's Best to Budapest, and we are taking back the trip. And I'm really excited about that because the reason why I'm so excited about it is because I learned so much from being around other directors with bigger units who serve a different group of people. And so it was really good for me to be able to do that. And I felt like our unit made a jump after we earned the trip because we had more people pouring into us and us being able to share ideas with other people. So I'm very excited about that. I am very sad about this. Go from really happy and really sad because you guys aren't turning in your numbers. So I wanted to tell you, turn in your numbers, turn in your numbers, turn in your numbers. So our weekly brag sheet is posted there. And I love to have our weekly brag sheet. So whether you turn in past numbers that you haven't done yet, whether you do the whole month of August, whatever you want to do, but catch up on your numbers. And you know what, to be honest with you, I just had to run and grab it and put it together real quick because I have been guilty of not doing it too. But it's so refreshing to see your numbers and know what you're doing. So definitely, pull up your numbers so that we can see what you're doing and we can celebrate with each other. Okay. And so I will tell you that what I'm going to teach on tonight is how I did that many faces and how you can do it too, because you can, and there's a great opportunity for you to do that. Okay. Next. Okay. So I don't know that if I totally explained to you why our goal was 14,923, but the reason why it is that is because the company challenged us to do 10% over last August. And when we do 10% over last August, they are going to give us 13,000 retail bonus towards our year-end goal, towards our goal of the trip. Budapest. And so our goal is 650. And when we hit 14,923, that counts as what, 28,000, 30,000. And then they're going to give us an extra 13,000. And so that's perfect. I love that they did that because they're basically challenging us to do an increase. Okay. So that was the thing, 10% increase over last year, which I thought was really interesting because if we go back and look at our own last year, and if we did 10% more than what we did last year, because what each individual team member does builds into what the unit does, then that's a great goal to hit. So 10%, look back and say to yourself, okay, what would be 10% more than what I did the wholesale last year? I thought it was nice of them to break it down like that for us so we can see what we need to be doing. Matter of fact, that's something I really need to post. And so I'm going to write that down. 10% over last year individually. Okay. I don't know why I didn't think about that before, but here I am thinking about it. Okay. Next, this is our power up your sales. So remember that you were able to, why is it doing that? You were able to earn the new prize this month, which I think is absolutely adorable. I haven't showed this to my my grandchildren yet, which of course you guys know is like my big thing. I love hanging out with my grandchildren, and even though it's exhausting. And so this is so fun because as you can see, it's branded, and then this cute little bag, and it has a deck of cards, which we love to play, Go Fish and Crazy Eights and stuff like that. So we have this Mary Kay cards, and then we also have the dominoes. Do you like to play dominoes? We play dominoes really silly. We don't care because I'm teaching them how to match the numbers. And so this is super fun. And I just think it's nice because I do love playing dominoes. And the reason why I love playing dominoes, we don't play the real way. We just play the made up way. But the reason why I love it is because it's time over a game. You're talking instead of watching television or getting on your phone. And I love that the company promoted this month. So don't miss this prize. And then of course you also had prizes that you could earn from me. And we're going to be looking at those. Some of you earned, Sue Nolan and Jan Nelson both earned Jan earned the ring for 700 by the 15th, and Sue Nolan earned the earrings for 700 by the 15th. I don't know if I like this new format or not. I kind of like it, but I kind of think it's a little bit hard to read. This was already posted on our Facebook page, so you can look at that, but I don't know. Maybe it's a little hard to read. What do you think? Okay, next. Oops. Next. Why isn't it moving forward? It's not. Oop. It was doing so well. We were on a roll. Huh. Take it down. What do we need to do? Oh. Here we go. It was my bad. I was doing the wrong one, I guess. Okay, so we're going to move forward now. All right, now congratulations to myself for finishing a ruby, Jan Nelson finished a sapphire, Sue Nolan finished a sapphire. And you know what, you guys? This quarter is not over till the 15th of September. So kudos to these ladies for already finishing, and congratulations to Joanne Randolph and Charlotte Powell for being on target with 1,000 in. And remember, sapphire is 1,800. So they're just 800 away, not even a whole 800 away from finishing by the 15th of September. And you too can do that. Pay attention to what I'm going to be teaching you in just a few minutes. Also, too, remember that for those of you who registered your guest for this Thursday's event, this is what they got. They got that little thing that said, please send your selfie and caption to your Mary Kay consultant so that she can enter you in the spa getaway contest. Now, we're going to be doing this on Thursday night. And what your guest got was the CC cream, and they got a look card. So if you have people that you would still like to work with on Thursday night, then what you need to do is just get them a CC cream sample and a look card. And if you want to get those from me, stop by. I have plenty. I'm happy to give them to you. And then you can take them to your guests, or you can do it at home at your own house. And then you can watch if you want to do it that way. I actually had a hostess that did that last week. She had 3 people at her house, and she used the samples that I sent for the 3 people to do it in addition to herself, which I thought was really a cool way of doing it, making it fun, a little bit of both. You know, we had some online and then we had some that were watching. So that's going to be this Thursday. Also, too, we're going to be out at the fair this week. And if you've never done a booth or a table, then definitely, I love the Randolph Fair. I've always loved the Randolph Fair. It's a very clean fair. It's been around forever. They have animals. My grandkids always love the animals. They have all the goopy food. It's good, but it's terrible for you, but it's fun. And then there's all kinds of great displays too. I didn't even realize that there's a competition for landscaping and gardening for the children, and to walk around and see them proud of the animals that they brought to fair is so fun. And Amanda gave me an education on that, because Amanda Herman has been involved in the fair her whole life. Matter of fact, one year she told me she was the grand champion. She had the grand champion goat. And I was so intrigued by that. And what that meant was she had to walk the goat every day after school so that its muscle tone and its form would be really good. And then they judge on all kinds of different things. And I just thought that was so interesting to learn about that. 4-H teaches kids so many great things. So it's a fun time to go out to the fair. It's not going to be hot this week. And then we're going to be working 9 to 3:30 or 3:30 to 9 in the merchant tent. It's beautiful, actually. I was so excited about it because you walk, there's no walking in mud. You're walking from cement. And then this is a nice big cement building. So it's not hot. It'll be really nice. And I'm really looking forward to it. And this is what we set up today for our table. It's kind of a little picture. I think I posted a bigger picture of it. So I don't know there wasn't anybody on either side of us when we left today, but we had fun setting it up, and we had fun being together today. And we're looking forward to working the fair booth next week. We'll be there tomorrow, Tuesday through Sunday. So you're welcome to stop out. And the hours are 10 to 9 every day. All right. Now, remember, this is the makeovers for Thursday, and we'll be doing that at 8 o'clock. So make sure that you get your people together and get them to watch. And even if they just watch and then they do it later, because the end of the makeover contest is the end of August. And so you have to have them in. And it's so simple, because you go in and you put in their name, their address, their phone number, and then you answer those quick questions that I posted up here. What they ask them in the thing. Oh, I thought I had it in here. What they ask is what foundation shade do you have on, and how does your look make you feel? That's all they ask. And that's that. And then their picture. So make sure that you get your people registered for that. And then at the end of the month on the 29th, we're going to be doing the new skincare. And I've been doing this like crazy. I'm going to be talking about that in just a few minutes because I love this new line. And I'm going to talk a little bit about it. And of course, we'll talk a little bit about that in just a few minutes. Don't forget to save the date for September 7th. That's going to be here at my house. We're going to start at 9:30, and from 9:30 to 10, we're going to just like, I'm going to get some, croissants or something like that. Am I going to get croissants? No, I'm getting croissants for lunch because you guys all love the chicken salad and croissants. So we're going to do chicken salad and croissants for lunch. I'm going to provide that. And then, at 9:30, I'm going to make some coffee. We'll obviously have some tea, hot chocolate, and then we're going to have, just like muffins and stuff from 9:30 to 10. So that way we can start right away at 10. We're going to do a new product debut that night or that day from 10 to 11. We're going to talk about all the new product. And then from 11 to 12, we're going to be talking about finding your perfect foundation match. And so it's going to be a workshop on finding foundation match because you guys always tell me that you struggle with foundation matching. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we can match your foundation. We're going to talk all about that. We'll partner up so you and your guests can do it, or you can choose to do it on yourself. Now I do need you to RSVP to me. I have, let's see, I think about 4 people that have already RSVP'd to me, but I desperately need you to do that so I can set it up so we have plenty of room. I need to set up the tables and of course, order the food. Then after lunch from 12 to 12:30, we're going to do business building skills and I'm going to ask different people to teach on different things. So I'm excited because it's going to be interactive in the afternoon when sometimes we tend to get a little sleepy. And then we're going to be learning from each other on that afternoon. Okay. Now, this is the calendar for September, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the events that we have for Thursday. I have not put in a Hydra session, but I could. So let me know if that's something that you think we should do. We haven't done a Hydra session for a long time. So stop and think to yourself, who do you have that you can invite to the Hydra session? Excuse me, and we can talk about that. So the new product reveal will be the 5th, because if you enrolled in preferred customer program, you can order this new product on the 10th. And I've been playing around with these eyeshadows and I thought they were super fun. At first I was like, ugh, but they're really, really fun. I actually have some on today, but it's been on for a super long time. I fluffed it up a little bit with some powder before I came on because I took a long nap today. My allergies really beat me up, but I feel like I wore them yesterday to church and they lasted like all day. I used the green as an eyeliner. It was lovely. And then I used the other 2 colors as a contour and a highlight on my eyes. Great. Your customers will not be able to get the eyeshadows, but they will be able to get lipstick samples. And also too, they'll be able to get the body care samples because oh, and then also the repair. We're going to be doing the repair on the 12th. We haven't done the repair for a long time. And then we are going to do apple spice makeovers, which will be powder shadows. But then we're also going to do a his and her body care night where they can get the body care samples. And it's a Balara lotion and then the men's cleansing gels. And so I want all of your people to be able to get those too. Okay. All right. So those are the things that we're going to be doing next. Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk to you a little bit about is what I've been doing to get my faces. And so I'm going to work here and see if I can do a screen share. Yes. Great. Okay. And we're going to go into boards. Okay. Here we go. Nice. Yes. I'm so excited. I think this is working. Is this working? Let me look. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So I don't know how big this is. I don't know how easily you could see it. But this is the very simple script that I've been using. And what I've been doing is I've been going through my Facebook group and I've been looking at people that are friends of mine on Facebook or maybe even customers or younger people, because this line was kind of developed for younger people. So that's kind of like my whole mantra of who I'm looking at when I do this. Okay. And so first of all, I make a list, and the list is so sloppy. And this is the perfect time for you to go and buy a Survival Notebook because they're on sale super cheap because it's back to school. Okay. All right. So here is my very, very professional, very sloppy list. So what I've done is in the front, I made a list of all my people. And then in the back, I make the list of all my parties. Okay. So that's just how I organize it. You can organize it however you want, but I will tell you that organizing is really, really, significant because, okay, so let's start with the list. So I make this long list and then I send them this text. Hi, how are you doing? I hope you're having a great summer. Mary Kay just released a really simple skincare line. I've thought of you because it's for sensitive skin and it has no fragrance. I actually altered this and I might even do that. Can I do that now? Oh yeah, I can. I'm altering this because it has no scent and the reason why I said it has no scent is because none of our products have fragrance, but this has no scent. Some of them don't have fragrance, but they still have a scent. So this has, because it has no scent. I have a goal of gathering 100 new opinions of it because it's so new. Could you help me be one in 100? I have a goal of gathering 100 new opinions of it because it's so new. I don't know why that's doubled. Let me get rid of that. Now, the reason why I do this in boards is because that's a great way for me to save it. And then when I save it, let me go in here. And when I save it in boards, am I doing that right? Yeah, there we go. Okay. When I save it in boards, then I can go in there and find it in my phone and I can just copy and paste it. Or boards, actually, you click on it and it goes right into the text. Okay, you don't need to learn boards. You need to learn the script. After you learn the script, then you can learn boards. Don't make yourself crazy. All right, so this is what I do. I send them this, all right? And then what happens a lot of times is I send it and then the next, crickets, I hear nothing. So what I do is I have another send that I sent this. I said, hey, they're hoping I'm not bugging you, but I wanted to get back to you. Did you get my message yesterday? That's what I send the next day. Or if I don't send it the next day, then I send it 2 days later. But oftentimes I send it the next day. Because if you think about what happened between today at like 8:05 and yesterday at 8:05, right away, what's your first thought? What was yesterday, right? That's my first thought. Yesterday is Sunday. So what was I doing yesterday, Sunday at 8:05? I was actually doing a little bit of this. I was following up on my customers from last week. So this is what I send them. All right, because they don't know. And then if I don't get it again, I send this. Hi, I hope you don't think I'm crazy. I'm just so excited about this new skincare and I would seriously love your opinion. I promise this is my last message. LOL. Have you seen my other two messages? The reason why I do that is because what happens is I get more response from this third message than I do anything else. It's absolutely crazy. I mean, I'm blown away by it. So you feel ridiculous. I mean, I feel absolutely ridiculous. And Abby we all gather all of this information from a lot of different sources. And Abby got this from Lindsay and passed it on to me. But I've also heard it before. It was part of the 21-day booking challenge where you literally make a list and then you follow up with them and text them and follow up. I mean, you just really got to do that following up thing. And you feel ridiculous, but it's so important. So if you look at this, if you looked at my thing closely, you can see that like this girl I crossed off, I can't remember why. This girl said maybe in September. This girl was having a really bad time. And I said, oh my gosh, I'll be praying for you, which I am. And then this girl I circled because she said, she responded. What are you thinking? This girl ended up being we did a facial on her and she bought the scrub. The scrub has been my most popular thing. And then you can see like this one has got 3 checks. This one's got 3 checks. This one. So then what I'll do is the ones that have 3 checks and no response, I might do 4 or 5 to be honest with you because of school starting and summer ending. But I can see and track who I've talked to or who I've texted and what they said back. Now, can you call? Of course you can. But this is a script that I feel is really, really good because I'm not asking them to buy it. I'm asking them to try it. So I have all of these names. Some of them I cross out, some of them I do, whatever. All right. Now, when they say, what would I have to do or what's involved? Then I send them this. So basically I send you some free samples in the mail and then we hop onto a fun at-home pampering session and try them and give me your honest opinion. I'll walk you through how to use them. It's about 20 minutes, no strings. How does that sound? So now I'm booking her essentially for a FaceTime and I'm booking her for a time before I get her address, before anything else. Book her for a time. Now, why do I do that? Because I've sent out so many messages or so many samples, and I bet you have too, and they never try it. And then you're chasing the sample is what I call chasing the sample. And I got so frustrated. So creating a time has lessened that a lot as far as now I know there's a time. I know she's going to try it. Now we're going to do it. So that's been huge. Now I still have people who forget and all the things, but that's been really, really good and really, really helpful. Okay. So then I do that. Then after so those are the follow. Okay. Okay. So when she says yes, then I say, oh, it's going to be so fun to see what you think. Can I send you some dates? See how we're getting a date before we move on. What's better for you, the beginning of the week or the weekend? And then we find a date. Okay, I can do this time or this time. And what I've been doing is I like 8 o'clock. I just feel like I'm just going to go ahead and wash my face at 8 o'clock. So I'll wash my face at 8 o'clock with her. Okay, great. There I'm done. And so I made things really simple. And you can do FaceTime. You can do a Facebook group. You can do whatever you want. But I would suggest, just like you did when you were new, maybe you just want to do FaceTime. And then maybe you just want to do FaceTime with just her. Maybe that's what you want to do. You can also do Facebook Messenger. If you go into Facebook Messenger, I don't think I can do that with you right now, but if you go into Facebook Messenger, let me see if I can do that. Let's see if I can do that. Just a second. Oh yeah, I can. Now, I don't know what you guys are going to see when you go in here. That could be dangerous. Okay, so if you go into Facebook Messenger, this is where I was trying to go into our group and it wasn't working. So let's see. Let me get out of here. We're leaving the live event. You go into. Okay, so if you go in here to Facebook Messenger, why am I not doing it? Okay, see how, like, if I wanted to do, say, Sue Nolan. Sue. Okay, maybe I shouldn't. Let's see. My computer's going to freeze because I'm trying to do too much. Okay, so if I go in here, if I go into a person, you can see that up here, see where there's this little camera right here? This will start a video call with her. Okay, this will be a phone call with her. This will be a video call with her. Now, if you put a bunch of people in there, you can do a video call and you can do a bunch of people. Does that make sense? So that's another way that you can do a group. If you need more details on that, I can do that. You can also do FaceTime. FaceTime is easy. That's just right on your phone. So hopefully that's helpful. If that's tripping you up, don't let it stop you. Just call me and I can help you with that. Okay. All right. So now let's go back to share screen and we are going to, and believe me, you guys, I've screwed this up so many times you don't even know. So, all right. So then what we're going to do is we're going to book her for a time. And then I said, okay, now I've got you on my calendar. Since I'm in this challenge to get 100 opinions, could I set up a Facebook group for you to invite friends to? They can join in on your pampering session, and then you'll be helping me to get 100 opinions, and I can give you some freebies. Now, the reason why I do that is because I turn this into a party now. Now, let's just say you're like, I can't do that, Beth, you're freaking me out. What if you did it on a night when I'm doing it? What if we put them in my group? And what if they just watch there? Okay. Now, I'm not saying that you can be dependent on me as long as you want. You know, it's just, it's the same as when we used to start and I used to do your first party, or I used to do your grand opening. It's the same exact thing. For example, last week, Tracy was new. And so we booked hers at the same time. So she had her people on, and then I had my people on. And it was really easy because I made the Facebook group for her, no problem. I put the post in there for her, no problem, which I could do the same for you. And then we put the link in there and they all watched at the same time. So my point to you is it's actually very simple, but I feel like I've already probably overwhelmed you. But if you just did it as one-on-one facials, that would work. And I will tell you, this new product has been really great. And I'll tell you why, because it's simple, because there's no, this is how I have them register for packets. And so you can see that there's a lot of layers to it, but at the same time, It's very simple. It's a simple skincare set. There's no fragrance. A lot of people like it for that reason. And so that has been great. The other thing that's been great is that it's teaching me to follow up with them. So I have follow-up scripts that I do later. And I had this one woman, she said, there are a couple of things stood out to me. Because of what I do when I go through the Facebook, my sit down with them is I show them like Time-Wise Repair before and afters. I show them Time-Wise micro or miracle set, because they ask things like, I say, now this is no anti-aging in this. But what it does is it helps them to see that there's other things they can get. So I had my hostess that's been a customer forever. All she ever gets is the cream to powder eyeshadow and I think a lipstick. That's all she ever gets. And so I just asked her if she'd give me her opinion, and she said yes. And then she ended up buying the Time-Wise Miracle Set. And then she had a girl on there whose daughter's getting married this weekend. And she was like, my daughter's getting married this weekend. I can't do anything. I said, okay. And then I reached out to all of them and said, hey, I'm getting ready to close out your hostess's party. Do you need anything? And she said she needed a CC cream and she needed an under eye corrector. And I was like, well, that's weird. I said, have you used Mary Kay before? And she said, not for years. And so I was like, I feel like there's a lot of people out there that use Mary Kay for a long time ago, but they haven't used it for years. They lost contact with their consultant. The consultant didn't follow up, whatever. I got plenty of people out there that I haven't followed up with. So it's no harm, no fail. It's just truth. And so what I'm doing is I'm following up with these people and I'm pulling out people that I would never have gotten before. And I feel like that is what's very significant right now for our company, is that there have been a lot of people that have used Mary Kay, liked Mary Kay, got away from their consultant, got away from the product, but it's easier than ever now to get back with them on video. So I said all that to say that I have my next one. Oh, that's the other thing, is I've been booking them far out. I've been booking them like 2 weeks out so that I have time to set up their group. And so that I also have time, even if they don't have a group, I have time for them to get their samples, because that's been a real pain in the butt to get their samples on time, because the post office just is undependable. You know, somebody will get them like overnight and somebody won't get them at all. So what I've been doing is I've been setting them up farther out. So my next one is September 4th. Yeah, which is a Wednesday night. And I'm working hard to put them on Wednesdays, Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 8:00. And the reason why I do that is because if I can do Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 8:00, then I can group a lot of them together, which would include you. I can group you together with mine. And then the other time that I'm doing is Sundays at 8:00. And I love 8:00. That just is a time that works for me, especially now that it's starting to get dark. Like it's 8:15, it's getting dark now. That will make people come in sooner. And so 8:00 is even better. And then they're washing their face before they go to bed. And I do keep it to like 30 minutes. It's actually 20, 30 minutes, just depending. And that works really well too. So I hope that was helpful. You know, it sounded good in my mind, and now it sounds overwhelming as I say it out loud. However, I want you to pick out the meat of that and spit out the bones. So if you're like, that sounds like a lot, Beth, I don't think I could do it. Number one, make a list in your Spower notebook. Customers, past customers, people that are friends of yours on Facebook, people that are friends of you at work, make a list of all the people you can possibly think of. Just make the list. Sometimes that's the hardest part. And the reason why I say that is because you're not asking them to buy it. You're asking them to try it to help you meet your goal. So make a list. And once you've made that list, then reach out to me and I'll give you the next step. And I'll tell you the truth. I really honestly was, I still do. I call Abby a lot and say, what did you do? How'd you do it? What'd you do? I do that a lot. And I always feel stupid. And she goes, don't worry. I called Lindsay just like this. I'm about a month ahead of you. And I was calling Lindsay just like this. And so the reason why I tell you that is because a lot of times you watch somebody and you think she can do it. I can't do it. Don't let yourself fall into that trap, because you can do it. You just have to be a little uncomfortable. So start off with people that you feel comfortable with, you know, just start off with some easy people that you feel comfortable with. And if you screw up, so no problem. And more often than not, they don't think what you think. They don't think, oh my gosh, she's so dumb. They don't think that at all. What they think is, wow, you're doing really good. And even when my computer froze the other night, nobody thought it was weird. They were just like, all like, oh my gosh, we just waited. We just thought it was mine. Well, they don't. So I'm excited about this product. I'm excited because in my mind, this is something that we can continually do. We can continually send out samples of new things and get opinions. And instead of having to, I mean, is it a little bit different as far as, getting samples and that kind of stuff? Yeah, it is. But I'm here to back you on that part until you can get that part rolling on your own. Honestly, I'm here to back you on that part. I promise. I promise. I got all of it here. I got that part nailed down. But I mean, for me to get on, to put on, a cute shirt, put on some earrings, put on some makeup, or, darken your makeup from the morning, and then do a quick 20-minute video is a heck of a lot better than what it was when I started. Because when I started, I would pack up all my stuff, drive 20 minutes or a half an hour, get there half an hour early, set up all my stuff, do all my stuff, clean up all my stuff, and then drive another half an hour home. It's a lot easier than that. A lot. Now, is there a little bit that we're missing as far as that in person? Yes, there is. But I'm telling you, you really can build a relationship, and you really can reach out to people and build your base, your customer base this way. But you also need names, which is the reason why I'm going out to the fair. Will I feel uncomfortable at the fair? Yes, I will. But once I get going on it, I'll be fine. And so if you want to make the changes that you need to make in order to make your business grow, you got to do things that make you grow. And there's two things that you can do right now today. One is you can make a list and just keep making that list and keep pushing through, even though when you think you're frustrated and you think you're done and you think you're sad, keep pushing through. And the second thing you can do is you can come out and visit our booth at the fair. It's so fun. And then you'll kind of get an idea, hang out with us for a little bit, and you'll get an idea of what that looks like. So it won't be so scary. And so you'll be willing to step out of your comfort zone and try something new. Because when you grow, your business grows. But you got to do something that you're a little afraid of sometimes. All right. I hope this is helpful to you. Just know that I appreciate everything that you're doing every time, all the time, everywhere. And the number one thing is you are an ambassador for Mary Kay Cosmetics. That's it. You're sharing what you know, what you use, what you love, whether it's taking a book into work and just checking it out while you're sitting there, or giving them an opportunity to, whether you take in a product and try it in the back of their hand on lunch. You are an ambassador. I just want opinions. It doesn't matter if you buy it or not. And when you do enough of those, I'm telling you, it gets easier and easier and easier. Muscle memory, And the more you do it, the better you get. And the more you do it, the more people that you get, because some will, some won't. So what? Move on. I believe in you, and we need you to make this dream come true. Thank you so much for giving me your time tonight. Message me with any questions that you have, big or small questions. I love them all. Good night, you guys. I appreciate you.